stacking community, the stacking nerd here today with a video about buying gold and silver with Bitcoin. Wherever you're watching this from and whenever you're watching this, I hope that you're having a great day. So earlier this week, we decided to turn some of our Bitcoin into physical gold and silver. So we decided to make this purchase, and I'll show you what I got up front. I picked up this nice 10th ounce American Gold Eagle. First one of these I've ever had. So that's pretty cool. And I also picked up an American Silver Eagle that goes towards my Eagle Tube, and that's part of my goals for the year. So that's pretty awesome. There we go. And let me just go ahead and tell you what it's like to buy precious metals online with Bitcoin. There's two factors that you need to be paying attention to, one of which you already know because you're stacking. You need to be paying attention to spot price. The other, you need to be paying attention to the price of Bitcoin. It is a very volatile market. So just to give you an idea, the amount that we spent here, this amount was only worth probably about $115 on Monday. And it obviously went up about Wednesday, Thursday when we made this purchase. So you've got to be paying attention to both. You want to buy when spot is at its lowest and Bitcoin is at its highest. Other than that, it's pretty easy. Currently, you have 3 bullion dealers that you can buy from online. That would be AntMex, JM Bullion, and Provident Metals. No special order, but we decided to go with JM Bullion simply because of the recommendation of others who have done this. They indicated that JM did have a fairly simple process, and that is true. Also, on top of that is JM will give you a 4% discount off of the credit card price on any Bitcoin purchases, so that's amazing. We decided here that what we were going to buy up front, we put it into our cart, and we went to check out with Bitcoin. We selected that as our payment option. JM will give you a link. You will take that link over to your Bitcoin wallet. We use the CoPay wallet. You will put that link in, the transfer will be done, and that's it. You have now purchased precious metals with cryptocurrency. One thing to note is that on JM's website, they do say there is no fees associated with buying from them with Bitcoin, and that is true, but there are fees that come from buying anything with Bitcoin, and that's because you're using the blockchain network, and that's a network fee. So we ended up paying about 1.51% of that amount that we transferred over to JM Bullion in network fees. So just be aware of that. Larger purchases, it'll probably be a larger amount. I don't know because I've never really done this before, but as I do so, I will share with you. So you might be curious, how long did it take for me to mine this? And this is probably about a month's worth of mining. Now, before I go into how I mine it, I want to tell you that I am not an expert. I'm a novice hobbyist at best. And secondly, if you're considering mining cryptocurrency yourself and you do not have a machine that can do this or hardware, I'm going to tell you that you need to go out and buy hardware that is meant for mining cryptocurrency. It'll be a better investment for you overall. Now, we already had 2 gaming computers in the house, obviously. I love gaming. One of these gaming computers runs 2 1080. We use GPU mining. Let me go ahead and say that. It has 2 1080 graphics cards, and that's running SLI. So both of those are running at the same time, and that machine will yield anywhere between $7 and $12 per day. The second machine runs a single graphics card, and that is a 980 Ti. And it can do about $1.50 to $3 per day. Now, another thing to note whenever you're mining cryptocurrency, there's other factors that go into what you're having to invest. One, you're having to consider the wear and tear on your hardware, and secondly, the power output. And that's going to be up to you how much you're willing to pay. I'm going to put a link in the description below. That is a wattage calculator depending on what kind of graphics card. So if you already have this type of equipment in your home and you want to try it, look at this and see how much it would cost you to run these graphics cards per day. Another thing that you need to pay attention to is that these machines will be running at maximum that means it's going to get very hot. So that's another thing that you need to be paying attention to that will increase your wear and tear. We mined late January into February here in Georgia. It was nice and relatively cold, so we were able to open a window and we didn't have to pay any heating or cooling costs because we're not home during the day. Now, us also being in Georgia, we won't be doing this in the middle of July because cooling those machines will be incredibly expensive. As part of my job, I do manage a server room, and I'll just give you a brief story of what it was like when a air conditioner failed, and that took me probably about 10 minutes. I just happened to walk by the server room and I could really hear the servers spooling up. They were running incredibly hot. So the air conditioner failed probably about 10 minutes prior to that time. Opened the door and it was already 95 degrees in there. They get hot really fast, and that can cause damage to your equipment. Those machines will shut off at a certain threshold. That still doesn't really protect you because if it gets really hot, you have solder, you have wires, and you could smell that those wires were getting very hot, and that is true of the miners here. They will get very hot. So that's something else you need to be paying attention to. I now have 2 dedicated air conditioners in that room just to keep those machines cold. So if you're up north and you have pretty mild summers, you're not going to have a lot of problem, but do remember that this does take a lot of electricity, not only just to run the machine, but also to keep the machines cool. So I just wanted to share that with you. And if you are interested, like I said, do a little bit of research and find out if mining Bitcoin is right for you. I'm a novice, so I can't tell you. I just wanted to find an alternative way to pay for more shiny. That is my video today. Just a quick note, if you guys don't already follow me on Twitter, I have evolved from just bitching at people to actually, whenever I find deals, I tweet them out because I don't have the ability to just start filming when I'm at work. So I try to share any deals that I find on there, spot deals, eBay buck deals, things like that. So all my social media will be below. And thank you guys. Have a great day and a prosperous week.